A person's greatness is shaped by their mindset. This timeless principle is reflected in the lives of visionary leaders like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill captured this idea in Think and Grow Rich with the famous line, "What you think about, you become." But if that's the case, why does success elude so many? Is it a lack of vision for the future or a failure to recognize their own potential? This story holds the key. Join us as we explore these questions and uncover a powerful life lesson. Stay until the end. This journey will be worth your while. At a bustling railway station, there lived a man who survived each day by asking passengers for spare change. One afternoon, he noticed a well-dressed businessman step onto the platform. The man's expensive suit and air of confidence stood out. This man is clearly wealthy, the beggar thought. If I ask him, he'll certainly be generous. Filled with hope, he approached the businessman and extended his hand. But instead of offering money, the businessman looked him in the eye and asked, "Do you only ever take from people? Have you ever considered what you can give in return?" The beggar was taken aback. No one had ever asked him this. Bewildered, he stammered, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I live on the charity of others. I have nothing to give." The businessman gave a faint smile. "If you believe you have nothing to offer, then you have no grounds to ask for anything. I operate on a principle of exchange. Offer me something of value, and I will gladly give you something in return. But with nothing to give, I have nothing for you." With those words, he boarded his train and departed. The beggar stood frozen, the businessman's words echoing in his mind. He wasn't cruel, he thought. He was just honest. If I provide no value, why should anyone reward me? For the first time, he understood that his poverty was not just a lack of money, but a lack of value offered. That night, he wrestled with this new, uncomfortable truth. What could I possibly give? He wondered. Yet, the principle held firm in his thoughts. For 2 days, the beggar didn't ask for a single coin, consumed by his thoughts. On the third day, his eyes fell upon a cluster of wildflowers growing by the tracks. Their simple beauty sparked an idea. What if I stop just taking? What if I give a flower in exchange for every donation? Determined, he gathered a small bouquet and returned to his spot. The next time a passenger gave him a coin, he smiled and handed them a flower. To his surprise, they accepted it gladly, often returning his smile with a genuine thank you. As days turned into weeks, something remarkable happened. People began giving more freely. He observed a clear pattern. His donations were highest when he had flowers to offer. The evidence was undeniable. People valued a fair exchange. One day, he saw the familiar businessman on a train. He rushed over and declared, "Sir, today I have something to offer, a flower in exchange for your support." The businessman smiled, completed the exchange, and said, "Now you understand the principle of value. Today, you are not a beggar, you are a businessman." As the businessman left, his words ignited a final, crucial spark. He's right, the man thought. I'm not begging, I'm trading. People aren't pitying me, they're buying my flowers. In that moment, he shed his old identity. He was a vendor, an entrepreneur. That very day, he left the station behind, leaving his life as a beggar forever. 6 months later, 2 prosperous-looking men met at the same station. "You look familiar," one said. The other smiled. "We've met here twice before." The first man's eyes widened in recognition. "You're the man I used to see here, the one with the flowers." "The very same," the flower merchant replied. "But now I own a growing flower business and am traveling to secure new contracts." "What a transformation! What was the turning point?" the businessman asked. The merchant smiled. "You showed me that we only truly receive when we first give. I finally understood that I was never a beggar at heart. I was always a businessman. I just needed to change my own thinking." The 2 men shook hands firmly, as peers and equals, before boarding their trains toward new horizons. Our lives are molded by our self-perception. Believe you are limited, and you will be. But recognize the strength and capability within you, and you will unlock your own greatness. The journey begins in your mind. When you change your thoughts, you change your destiny. If this story resonated with you, please like, share your key takeaway in the comments, and pass it on to inspire others. Until next time.